Now, folks, one of the things that I've been seeing, especially on my video about that Heritage Foundation ghoul, who came out as trans, I've seen a lot of really well-intentioned people pointing out that she uh, only worked at the Heritage Foundation for a decade until 2011, and so it's been a while since Jessica Rydell worked at the Heritage Foundation, and that's true. But what a lot of these very well-intentioned people seem to miss is that she's currently the senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute. And if you know anything about the Manhattan Institute, you will know that it is also one of the leading conservative think tanks in America. And, just out of curiosity, I went there today and Googled the phrase transgender. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff written by Christopher Rufo, the guy who pioneered the think of the children rhetoric around trans girls in sports. You also have Trump can ban transgender birth certificates. That's from this month. You've got the fight against gender medicine from literally less than a month ago. Yeah, she like there are people who are like, well, she's criticized Republicans before, and like I get it. I get it. Like I get that like she is not 100% on board with this whole Republican project. The issue is it's not like she is a random run-of-the-mill conservative trans person. There are plenty of those, okay? They do exist. The issue is that she is a conservative trans person who happens to work for one of the biggest and most influential conservative think tanks that is constantly pushing out anti-trans bigotry into the mainstream in a way that like is designed to kill us. That's kind of the issue. And like I understand that there are a lot of people who come from like a place where they're like, well, maybe she'll get better. And like she could get better. She could. The issue is she's not better right now. And that's kind of an issue. Like Blair White could get better, but she's not right now. Like I don't know. You literally so much of this. President Trump's executive order restricting pediatric transgender medical care by Lior Sapir, which is one of the other big anti-trans advocates out there. Gender medicine on the ropes. They literally wrote an article a couple years ago about how transgender people are mentally ill degenerates created by progressive culture. That's a thing that they published, I believe, while she still worked there. And she currently still works there. So, like, I understand the impulse to, like, be like, well, you know, it's been a while since she was at the Heritage Foundation. It's like you can take the girl out of the Heritage Foundation, but you can't take the Heritage Foundation out of the girl. You know? Sucks. It is very much, Hammock, on that note, on Dead Domain's upcoming video essay about Brianna Wu, I was watching a Big Joel video, earlier today, and, one of the videos that came up in, like, the playlist that I was just kinda listening to as I was cleaning, was about a debate that Blair White had against John Doyle and this Nazi lady named Lauren Witzke. And in it, like basically the entire debate is them telling Blair White over and over and over again in no uncertain terms that like the best thing she can do for the conservative movement is to basically detransition. And she agreed with them. You know, like, she didn't come right out and say, yes, I should detransition. But, like, basically, after the debate, like, she went ahead and was like, that John Doyle's really civil. Like, even though John Doyle believes all the same things as Lauren Nowitzki and expressed all of the same things, he just said it in a slightly nicer way, which is wild to say about John Doyle. But that's very much what these conservative trans women are like. They effectively agree with the conservative project to eliminate trans people. They just think that there will be like individualized carve-outs for the right kind of trans person. And that is something that a lot of conservatives will agree to with no intention of actually upholding in the long term. Like a lot of conservative commentators embraced Blair White, right? Until the start of this neo-Nazi rise we've been seeing in conservative politics here in America, and now suddenly a lot of these conservative trans women are finding themselves harassed to hell by these conservatives who do not want them to exist. They're just useful tools. They're useful idiots and stooges. And you find examples of this in almost every fascist movement historically, so it's not all that surprising. Anyway, just wanted to clear that up. The Manhattan Institute is evil as shit. All right? So, like, don't be like, well, the Heritage Foundation was a while ago. No. Jessica Rydell still works at an evil corporation designed to kill trans people.
Riverboat deck is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, dating, flame